Hi, this is LJ, and I want to show you the basic thing that you do. You go to Anglers, you bought your rod, you got your line, you got your reel, everything, and you gave up the trolling because it's summer. Now it's time to go out and actually do it. So the first thing that you want to do is get your Procure Super Gel. I swear by this stuff. Scent is very important. It's simple to bait your bait, or bait your bait. That's a good way to talk about it. Just take the cut of your Z-Man or any soft plastic, Bustin' Baits, BKD, they all have this cut in the belly, and just push a little bit of scent in there, okay? That rockfish have taste buds on the outside of their mouth, inside of their mouth. Their sense of smell is keen. They even have nostrils. They have hair in their nostrils, sorry about that. Okay, so I got my bait scented. That's the first thing that you gotta do. And I always recommend, once you're starting to jig, we're gonna just vertical jig. Don't worry about casting yet. Now, we've already discussed about how to hold the rod, where the balance point is, and all that stuff. So we're not gonna cast, we're gonna drop it straight down. And remember, it's just, jigging is the same thing as bottom fishing. You must always feel the weight of your sinker. Your sinker is your jig head. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our free hand and pinch the line with our two fingers. And what I like to do is I like to let the line freely go through my fingers here, and while I raise the rod tip. So here's 10 feet. I'm gonna drop it down. I'm always feeling the weight of my lure. It slipped out of my hand, but that's okay, don't worry about it. You can even hold it like this. Now I'm gonna do it again. Here's 20 feet. You see how when the rod tip got to its highest point, I didn't let it have slack. All right, so we're in 17 feet of water, and it took 2 times. Now I'm gonna close the bail on my reel, make sure that my line is in the roller, and I'm gonna jig it. If I'm marking fish on the bottom, I'm gonna keep it right there. My fish finder says the fish are on the bottom, I'm gonna keep it right there on the bottom. And eventually, I'm gonna get hit. Okay, we're talking mid-depth. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna work it up here. Just like that. No bites. Okay, fine. Same thing. I'm gonna vertical jig, 10 feet. Always feel the weight of my lure, just like bottom fishing. 20 feet. A little bit further down. Here we are, here we are, here we are. Okay, not there yet. There's 30 feet. Oh my gosh, we're on the bottom. So I'm gonna close the bail, put my line in my roller again, and I'm gonna jig. A second technique is if they don't strike the lure as you're presenting it on the fall, then you wanna work it on the rise. Today, those fish wanted it coming up from the bottom. They were on the bottom, but they weren't feeding on the bottom. And then they came up and followed the lure and said, hey, you're not getting away from me. And sometimes they would bump it once, twice, 3 times. And the purpose of that was they got that Procure Super Gel all over their mouth. Like, I can't stop hitting this thing. Next thing you know, they would button up on the fish. So go ahead and start out your jigging practices, if you're just getting into it, by vertical jigging. And then from here, you can work on the same technique that you've learned with the vertical jigging by casting out. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate your time.